what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey, Froggy.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Wednesday, March 13th, 2019. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I know you're busy, your schedules. Thanks for dropping by. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you are new, welcome aboard. For all the returning patriots of the channel, welcome back. All right, folks, we got a few different things. I think we got one new Q post we'll go over, and then I wanted to get into a Lisa Page, her testimony. We are getting systematically, I think last week we got Bruce Orr, now we're getting Lisa Page testimony. They released it, I think it was later yesterday evening, and now we're getting to read into that. Quite a few pages, so it took some time, but we're starting to get things drop from that are going to just move on to the next and next. Another quick tidbit here is Paul Manafort got sentenced from the federal side, I believe, 8 years or something. Now, what we can't forget, and a lot of people do, is about a year ago or a year and a half when all that started coming out and they named Manafort as one that did some things. They also, if we remember, Tony Podesta's name came up. How come they haven't been sentenced yet? How come we haven't heard anything from that angle? Well, I believe they're done with Manafort. This is what they found. It's supposed to be Russia-Trump collusion, and by opening up a vast investigation into their lives, are able to go all the way back and all the crimes. And that's what the judge yelled out today, that your crimes would have gone unnoticed. The system that was in play back then to catch you, that's what we all normally rely on. We get that people run red lights, stop signs sometimes, and you don't get caught. There's no cop, no stop. Yeah, I mean, I always stop. It's ridiculous not to at a stop sign, but people do blow through simple things as red lights, or a yellow light that's turning red, and you don't get caught at that minute. But there's cameras everywhere now, so once they're able to open up this system on you, and they get the like a FISA application, they're going to be able to, and that's the dangerous or one of the implications of having all of our data stored. All right, every phone call, every text, every email ever sent, every search engine, every query that you ever put into any search engine, how you shop, how you swipe your debit card, what you buy online, it's just sitting there. And forever we all thought, man, they're listening to us on our phone. They're not really listening live time. There ain't enough people for that. But what happens is it gets stored. It's called metadata over your whole life. And maybe some of these other people, like Podesta, for example, once these things were found out, and depending on, if people were doing investigations into Trump in Russia, and then you found something that was funny, you'd follow that arrow outward and it'd lead to this, and then that leads to this, and that leads to this. And if it's too far outside of the scope of Mueller, he had to present that to these other people like Huber. So maybe just maybe for Manafort, the things that we found, that was all they had on him. So his time was up. There was no more investigating him as a person, and then the charges were brought. Why haven't they? At the same time when they announced this, they talked about some other people, and Podesta's just one of them, all right, Tony. Why haven't we heard anything on him? So there's only two logical reasons. That would be that they're still investigating him, or the charges were so severe that they got pushed off to somebody else, and there's still charges coming, whatever. Or that there's no charges coming, and they just wanted to get people around Trump. That would be a very unjust. You can't name off 8 people in the very beginning of something, then 6 months later only get one of them or 2 of them, and you're just always going to wonder about these other ones that you mentioned in the beginning. So we can't forget that as we move forward. Again, all right, let's jump into these Q posts. Again, if you're new, subscribe, please. Hit that button, maybe ring the bell, toggle the switch to work with you and your device. All right, so the last one we went over, $30.46. We got 30.47. This came at 12:20. Donald Trump, official, verified. This just revealed They just revealed FBI agent Lisa Page transcripts make the Obama Justice Department look exactly like it was, a broken and corrupt machine. Hopefully, justice will finally be served. Much more to come. Trolling is fun. Panic is good. Panic increases the rat population. Paid shill brothers, majority of the time on top of POTUS Twitter feed. How is that mathematically possible given volume? Coordination between shills and Twitter. At Jack, arrow over he or she who laughs last. Nobody is safe. Calling out old Jack over at Twitter there. That's pretty cool. Trump Tower, -6. Are we down to -6 here? From the minus. Don't go French Revolution on us. Drop the hammer. Afternoon from the UK. Hope to get out the EU. Make some good deals. But yeah. F the Kappersteins. Weekend at Ruthie's. Are the MK to Abuse program clown assets? These people seem to be able to get it far, far ahead for no apparent reason. Please, 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 at Jack, get them. Paid shill brothers, majority of the time, on top of the POTUS Twitter feed. How is that mathematically possible given volume? Coordination between shills and Twitter. The only way this is possible is by altering timestamps on cross tweets to immediately follow POTUS timestamps. Those tweets include appropriate context, e.g. broken and corrupt, which would not possibly be possible if timestamps were not altered. It should be possible to see this happens in real time. The cross tweets would not immediately appear on top, but within a few seconds or 10 seconds. Nobody is safe. Patience, patriots, we are saving the world. Lord, please command your warring angels and heavenly hosts to take us off the enemy's radar and scramble the enemy's frequencies. Protect our great POTUS, Q, and all the brave men and women who fight the truth for truth and good. God bless Q, God bless Donald Trump, and God bless America. Where we go one, we go all. Jack has to be behind that crap. Laura Loughlin, FBI custody for allegedly involvement in college bribery scam. All right. I'll do another update. 3047 in the series at 12:20, just about an hour and a half ago. All right, Lisa Page testimony reveals that the stroke plot to trap Trump's political amateur son-in-law, Jared Kushner. So Lisa Page testimony reveals a stroke plot to trap Trump's political amateur son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The Lisa Page testimony of the Freedom Caucus investigators who got her to sing like a canary provides new details about the well-documented crossfire hurricane plot to trap Jared Kushner, President Trump's inexperienced son-in-law who inexplicably runs point on policy in the Trump's White House. As the plot falls apart, it's important for President Trump to know that Jared Kushner was a target of all of this nonsense, which prolonged the plot against all of Trump's people. The plot actually threatens to put a real American patriot, Trump's longest advisory, Roger Stone, in prison for invented process crimes. A well-entrenched insider in the nation's capital sends a dispatch to big league politics. The Rosenstein scope memo from August 2nd, 2017 is now clear due to Lisa Page congressional testimony. The scope memo references Manafort, and to this date is a second individual that is redacted. There have been speculation that it was someone close to Trump, and even that it was Jared Kushner. The Page congressional testimony released today on her text to Stroke on May 9th, 2017 makes it clear that they didn't have anything of great value, but needed to lock Kushner into a statement that could be nitpicked against to create a crime that would help get Trump through his son-in-law. However, the public could ever trust the FBI and DOJ if no one ever goes to jail for the only coup attempt in U.S. history. Stroke, we need to open a case we've been waiting on a while. Andy is acting. Page, we need it to lock in formal, chargeable way soon. Soon after the May 9 text, someone from the FBI leaks to the Washington Post that Kushner is a person of interest in the Russian investigation. Unbelievable. Thanks, Jared. So there you go. Folks, this goes so deep. Like we said, like we've been following, they illegally started tapping Trump. White hat, Mike Rogers, doing his work on the computer to check how people were searching and, spying on these typically supposed to be foreign, and then unmasking. And they were straight coming in, typing Trump's name, unmasking them, getting all this information. So there was a big crime that was going on. Mike Rogers immediately tells Trump quits talking at Trump Tower, never to talk again. And all these people start systematically quitting. They knew they were busted by a white hat, Mike Rogers. And then they decided to go at it a legal way. Like, well, we better back off. They're on to us. Let's put in this paperwork. That's when they did this Steele dossier and tried to come back at it and do it legally by putting the right stuff to make it look like there was a crime, even though it was all fabricated because they needed something. It's going to come out that story's already been written 15 years ago. It's literally like a movie script. They scribbled out some names. The article's already published, and they put Trump's name in. Manafort was already in this article from back then because he's had some ties or business dealings around the world. So his name was already part of it. So all that's going to come out. They put it in legally. Kind of, it's coming out that it was illegally started anyway, and the dossier was made up, so it doesn't make it legal at all, but they tried to do it in the light of the law, all right, and put in the right paperwork to get approval, and that's what happened. They got approval to continue spying on Trump, even though they did it all in the beginning highly illegally. And then, like I said, with all that, it's all recorded. It's all paper trailed. It's all digitally tracked. There's no way to avoid that. The only thing they could do was to make sure Hillary won, and then they can cover it all up. It would remain hidden. Once Trump got in, that's when the big panic started. So it wouldn't doubt me that Manafort got sentenced today. He got his time. He's going to be doing some time. That some of the other names that were mentioned through the Mueller probe are being investigated heavier. Maybe they got FISAs on them now because they've been seen to be working with other countries. So maybe now they had their whole digital life opened up, just like everyone else did. And you can only imagine something like Podesta's, like, when that came out a year and a half ago, like, oh, what are they digging back then for? Oh, man. Well, what else are they going to find on me? Because I've done so much worse stuff than some, campaign frauds or putting down some phony numbers for a loan. All right. Any of that. It's got to be much bigger. I can't imagine that they're going to go, not take down all the other people they named at the beginning of all this. So lots more coming down. We got to wait. We got to keep waiting. You just heard there. We had Bruce Orr's release last week, which led us to get Lisa Page's. Now that hers is out, you can release this Rod Rosenstein memo. Or, we're all wondering, where's it at? Why is it not happening? It's systematic, folks. One thing has names of others, and if the crimes haven't been charged on them yet, you can't go releasing some awesome statement, memo release that brings up people that have indictments or haven't been charged yet. It's a systematic lawful way to approach this. Lots of people thought, well, Trump yelled that Hillary should be arrested, and the minute he got in, she should have been arrested. He can do it. How? How do you turn to your FBI the minute you get in? That's got charges on you, and they're all trying to push a Russia narrative down your throat. You're not going to get much done by putting in paperwork like, what do you want us to go arrest her for, Mr. President? Well, we all know she's guilty. For what? We already investigated her last month, and she's fine. We decided, and that's the other thing coming out. Lisa Page testified that they were not going to press charges. It was told to them, do not file charges on her because we will not. We're the prosecutors, and we're not going to charge her. So the DOJ put the order out, just like we knew. People are like, oh, no, that's not how the system works. It was processes, and no, they straight up ordered no charges. We take a look at that here real quick. Lisa Page tells Congress Obama DOJ ordered FBI not to charge Clinton with crime. Former FBI legal counsel Lisa Page testified to Congress that the Justice Department ordered the FBI not to charge former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton with gross negligence by mishandling classified information. So that would have came from Loretta Lynch. Now, she said she never said that. She came on TV and said, I'm just going to go with the FBI's, whatever they recommend. Yeah. But if you recommended to him to tell you, then that's how the recommendation happened. Transcripts of Page's closed-door testimony in July 2018 were released Tuesday by Representative Doug Collins, a Republican out of Georgia, on Tuesday, which included the following exchange with Representative John Ratcliffe, a Republican out of Texas. Ratcliffe, so let me, if I can. I know I'm testing your memory, but when you say advice you got from the department, you're making it sound like it was the department that told you. You're not going to charge gross negligence because we're prosecutors and we're telling you we're not going to. Page says that is correct. Ratcliffe, bring a case based on that. Lisa Page confirmed to me under oath that the FBI was ordered by the Obama DOJ not to consider charging Hillary for gross negligence in the handling of classified information. Responding to the transcript revelations, Trump on Wednesday tweeted, the just revealed FBI agent Lisa Page transcripts makes the Obama Justice Department look exactly like it was, a broken and corrupt machine. Hopefully justice will finally be served. Much more to come. That's right, much more to come. Page also testified that the DOJ and the FBI had multiple conversations about gross negligence, and the DOJ decided that the term was, constitutionally vague, and had either never been done or had only been done once, like 99 years ago. And so they did not feel they could sustain a charge. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, their whole house of cards is getting ready to tumble, folks. So we're all excited. We can't wait to, we've been reporting on all the build up to it. And it's just going to be crazy to keep up with it on this downward hill. All right, and we'll bring what we can. It's going to be so much going on that unless I sit here 24/7, it's going to be a lot to report on, and I am so excited for all of us to get to see this and witness it, and just equal justice under the law, right? Which it has not been. They are in a scramble. They're yelling Trump, Russia, anything they can. Those the loudest are the most guilty. Shift, people like that. That's their only hope, is to mar up Trump a little bit, because they're all marred. They're going to go down the history books as treasonous traitors. And they're just so upset that they got caught, that this is all they got left, is to make enough noise and dig as deep as they can to try to find something on Trump to be able to discredit him like they're getting ready to be discredited. So, and some of these early people, Roger Stone, Manafort, that just goes to show us, okay, yeah, these people close to Trump or something, possibly they did some things a long time ago, and they're going to go down for it. You guys are happy with that? Yep, we all are. Oh, what about Tony Podesta and the Clintons? And we found stuff from 1978. Well, that's really old. You guys, what the heck? This was supposed to be for people around Trump. Well, it led back to these people. Well, that's not fair. That's way outside of the scope. It was supposed to be Trump and the people around him. We never said investigate everyone else. It's a problem with the surveillance state, folks. You run a red light tomorrow. It's recorded. You know, like I said, they're going to dig through Trump's and or some other people. You're going to come up with, well, we see here he's a habitual red light offender. He ran 18 red lights. The first one starting in 1995 with a camera when cameras maybe were up, and they got all these little digital things on you that we got 118 charges to bring. 20 of them are traffic violations. He never got caught for at the time, but today he does. Ridiculous. It's not how we want to move forward. So, all right, we'll shut this one down at the 20-minute mark. I'll definitely be back at some point here today. Actually, I'm going to jump on something else right away here, and I'll get that out. Again, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for sharing this video in advance. Give it a thumbs up. Help beat the YouTube algorithms. We are shadow banned, which basically just means we don't get put, especially with everything that just happened last week, folks. Numbers are down all across the board. The videos are totally 100% not getting recommended. They're not getting put into YouTube's traditional shelling where they'll recommend it to you. You watch one person's channel. This is very similar to that one. Not anymore. You have to dig to find us. The alerts aren't going out to everybody. They're worried about bots coming onto their platform and watching videos to give people numbers, but yet they give us fake numbers. So what the hell's the difference? It's crazy. Not that I support bot watching. There's no point to that, but I guess people do that to fake their hype. We know these people like Chris Cuomo pay lots of money to get Twitter numbers to be 100,000 follow me, and he's really got nobody. We know how that works, but that's not going on over here. All right, again, I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you. We'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update video. Have a great afternoon into your evening, and we'll see you back here. A couple more videos coming out today your way. Have a great one.